awesome with no quarterback. Yeah. Curtis Samuel is really, really good. He's a former running back. Get the ball in his hands, watch him dance. Jahan Dotson had 7 touchdowns in 12 games last year. We loved him coming out. Me more so than most people. Most people hate him because he's tiny, but he's fantastic. When he was healthy, he was dynamic. And De'Ami Brown is still on the roster. When he gets a chance to burn, he cooks. Their offensive line is still pretty good. Not elite, but pretty good. It's not the Giants' tackles, but it's a good offensive line. I like Brian Robinson a little bit more than you do, just a little bit. And I think him getting a chance to start a season without getting shot so far, knock on wood, I think that's very, very good. It's nice when you can start a season without having a bullet in your leg. I think Antonio Gibson is that dynamic receiving running back, is going to find a little more of a niche. I think Eric Bieniemy is going to make a bit of a statement as the offensive coordinator this year. I do think it's almost going to be to the point where they ponder at the end of the season, should he just get the head coaching job and us get rid of Ron Rivera? I think he's going to come out. He's going to show a lot with this one. Sam Howell, I like him, but I don't love him. I think there's a lot to work with there. I don't think he should have dropped to the 4th round, but at the same time, he's not like a first round pick guy. But he looked good in that one start last year. Eric Bieniemy is coming in with a young quarterback who can move, good release, good arm, the ability to throw on the run, good arm strength, a good feel for the game. Kind of sounds familiar. Second-year quarterback, one start his rookie year. Comes in with a bunch of weapons the next year. Eric Bieniemy is the offense coordinator. That's not going to happen here. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. It's not going to be like that. But
I was going to question so many things that came out of your mouth.
We're talking like maybe 27 to 30 touchdowns, like a really good season, a couple rushing. But I think he's going to get Terry McLaurin involved. I think he's going to get Terry McLaurin involved a lot. Think about it. That's less than 2 touchdowns a game if you get 30. So that's not too ridiculous. And I think Jahan Dotson stays healthy. They're going to be awesome. Let's not forget defensively, too. I think Chase Young is going to be mostly healthy this year, too. I think you're going to get 12 games out of him, barring a new injury. Name a better defensive tackle duo than Jonathan Allen and Daron Payne. Also name a better, more expensive one, too. Montez Sweat is your 4th option. That's how good that front 7 is. I think we get that rebirth of that 2020 pass rush. Jamin Davis, they got a good linebacking core. I'm a big Emmanuel Forbes guy. Not only does he take the ball away, but he scores when he gets the ball in his hands. He's kind of a goon out there at corner. So I think they're going to get some takeaways in the secondary. I have them as the worst 2 first team this year. They were competitive last year with Taylor Heineke and Carson Wentz at quarterback. And they won.
Hey now, don't hate on Heineke time. That man bought Jays for his offensive line after every win. That man deserves a little respect.
But are you gonna, if he was the starting quarterback in this, would you say he's the best? He's the 4th starting quarterback in this division.
I mean, yeah,
by a long
shot. Like third best starting quarterback. I mean,
that's just your
Daniel Jones still there.
Okay, touche. You took a term of that I wasn't ready for. But my point is, I think Sam Howell is going to be a big step up. And if you don't like Sam Howell, let's say for some reason he poops the bed, even though by all intents and purposes he's running away with it, I think you could plug in Jacoby Brissett and they'll win 10 games too. I think you could plug him in there and they'll still win 10 games. Maybe it costs them a game or two, so I'd drop him a little bit. But I think Sam Howell's going to show a lot. He feels like that quarterback, almost like Dak was coming into the Cowboys, where he gets passed up, he gets overlooked, a good college career, then comes in when he gets his chance, like, oh, he can play a little. And then he has one of the best, he has a really good team around him. So I think they're going to be the surprise worst 2 first team. They're going to win the division. They're not going to – Eagles fans, calm down. The Eagles are winning 11 games. They're still awesome. Just because you're used to them and anticipating 15-plus wins this year doesn't mean they're not going to be awesome. And they're going to get hot down the stretch, and they're going to be everybody's Super Bowl pick going down the stretch. That's my prediction. But I'm going to say the Commanders find a way to take the division, and they find something during the regular season. So give me the Commanders going from worst to first.